All right, everybody, welcome back to the All-Star Sports Cards gaming memorabilia here in Wyoming/Grand Rapids, Michigan. We are going into round 5 of 6. I am Andrew, the Ginger Brew, and I'm joined by the Taxman himself, NRG, and right now MVP, Steven Dykeman.
Certainly not locked. We've got
Apex Gaming special guest invitee.
Got some people knocking on the door, including 2 of our own teammates.
Yeah,
so.
yeah, it's tight.
It is.
So I just got confirmation on 2 of the top 8. It's going to be Boros Burn and
Tron.
Is It Affinity?
Also Tron. Edge. Nick Edgerly is also
has to play.
Does he
has
have
to play?
Wow.
Has to play. He's playing this round against Dredge.
Okay, interesting. That's probably okay for Tron, considering they have a bunch of
They
relics.
play mainboard relics.
Yeah.
So I think
I
that's...
know Hedges at least, and I don't know how many he's on, but I've seen him pop multiple today. So probably
I'm just going to assume Edge is top 8.
Yeah, Edge,
even if he loses, I think he's in top 8.
For anyone at Edge, Nick Edgerly is a name that a lot of people might not recognize that aren't from the Grand Rapids area or that haven't been playing for quite a while. He doesn't really play comp events anymore. Never really went to too many SCGs, stuff like that. But he's a really, really good Grand Rapids player, known for Tron, always plays Tron. I've streamed a few of his Tron lists actually when he's done well at these RCQs.
And he knows what he's doing.
He's very, very, very good Tron player. He actually back before, for those that know who Raymond Perez is, they used to battle it out in the OG whatever PTQs. Back when they were PTQs, those two met a lot in the finals of PTQs around this area. So he's a very good player.
Yeah, very, very good. He was for these local 1Ks, 2Ks, he was usually like one of the end bosses.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, definitely. I don't believe he's ever played on the Pro Tour, but definitely a Pro Tour caliber player. He lost a few PTQ finals to Ray, I believe. So
yes.
Definitely a caliber of player that could have played on the PT.
Yeah. So I just assuming. I hope it's a good match, and the Dredge player, if he wins, that's awesome. But I'm just assuming Nick's.
Yep. But we actually have our own teammate here, Nathan Kainst, on Bean Delight, playing probably a win-in against Ren Jansen's here on Tron.
Yep.
So this will be interesting. I think Tron is typically favored into these kind of decks, but I don't know if Up the Beanstalk has changed the dynamic of the matchup at all. I haven't really seen this one play out.
I will say I've seen a lot of Beans today. I've seen a lot of Rakdos today walking around. But I see a lot of Tron at
there's a lot
tables.
There's a lot of Tron in the room, which is not unusual for Grand Rapids. There are a lot of people.
But we're not seeing them. Typically, they get kind of pushed out, but we're seeing them in the top tables right now. So I'm guessing the meta is actually shifting in a way that's favorable to these Tron decks because they can beat these mid-range decks pretty handfully.
They can, yeah. And so I assume, they're probably feasting on Bean Delight decks would be my guess. I don't think Tron is typically very good into good scam draws, but
sometimes though.
Yeah, sometimes
the one ring.
Sometimes Tron's just going to Tron, but as we saw in the finals of the most recent PT, sometimes scam's also just going to scam, and we'll see what happens. But anyway,
Nate K's opening hand, looks pretty rock solid. You got a couple fetch lands. Looks like a Hallowed Fountain, a basic force. I saw a Bean, and I saw a Fire Ice, and I believe Omnath.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many Boseijus Nate's list is on. I assume at least one in the main deck.
And I'm assuming Director Jeff or Director Kyle will be bringing us the deck list anytime.
Awesome.
And we'll find out. But actually, I think Nate's hand is still a little bit too slow.
Okay, yeah, it might be, especially if he's on the draw. Obsidian Charmaw is a card that a lot of these Bean Delight decks play now too, as like a 3 of in the board. So we'll see if Nate's on any of those.
Interesting hand that Jansen has here. I think it's a keep. It only has 1 Tron land.
Yeah.
But it digs.
Okay. Yeah, and I think, is it already a mulligan to 6 here?
It is a mulligan to 6.
Okay.
And a Tron land that digs is probably where you want to be, especially when you get the 1 ring too.
Yeah, especially if you know the matchup as well. Yeah. You're going to have some time. Bean Delight is not killing you in a
Once you get to these top tables, you kind of like know what people are on.
Yep.
And that excuse me, what's it called? The talisman that's in Jansen's hand is going to be very good. It's
now Jansen. Okay, so does Jansen not have a mana rock in hand?
They do not have a disposable mana rock.
I see.
Okay. So we're gonna have to pause this match here going into, I believe, game 2 because they're gonna be deck
Deck
checked.
check. Sure.
So
That's fine.
we just got confirmation from director. Yeah,
Direct. What? Oh my goodness.
it's been a long day. I'm kind of
it-
I drew
that's
blank.
that's fair. Um, yeah, I mean, we'll have plenty to talk about too when they're going into sideboarding. So
Yeah,
that'll be
absolutely.
fun.
But like I was saying, he doesn't. Jansen doesn't have disposable mana rocks, but they do have talisman.
Did Jansen just do nothing on turn 2?
No, I believe we're going into Jansen's
Oh,
turn
okay,
2.
okay. Was okay.
It
So
took a
Nate.
little while to get there.
Okay, fair enough. So Nate was on the play.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay. So we're going to be doing an ancient stirrings here, and only thing we're looking for
Tron lands.
land.
Yep.
Just no, it doesn't even be Tron.
True.
Land.
True. Yeah, because there's a ring in hand, right? So
Yep.
any land would be acceptable. We would like a second Tron piece, and there.
Oh,
it
there
is.
you go. There you go. So now, oh wow, a little unfortunate there.
Yeah, it's a little tricky. Which one do we take? Let's just gamble
Flip a coin.
here. Yeah, which
Okay.
one?
And I love the art. These are actually my favorite Tron
The old.
arts.
These are the
Yeah.
OGs.
Oh
right?
yeah. But they do 4 arts of each of them.
Okay.
I like the power plant has the spires, which
Yeah.
I like. Anywho, but now next turn, it's ring time.
It is. Yeah, we'll see what Nate has in store here.
I would assume that Nate is playing
Ice. Now this is nice because this means we're not getting ringed.
Okay.
And we're freezing a green source. Not a bad idea.
Okay.
Jansen's rips another land, which is
We're gonna go to 18
acceptable.
here.
I like this. Stir, see if we can find another Tron land. Set up Tron next turn.
Jansen, another local player we don't see very often.
No,
but they
Beseiju, okay.
not bad. Ooh,
Is that the same?
That's the power plant.
Oh.
Unfortunate, but that's kind of the chance you take when you have those.
Yeah, it's just,
I still think you take it. It's a duplicate.
yeah, it's a land too, which is kind of okay. O-Stone's not horrible.
You could have an argument for
Yeah,
O-Stone.
with the bean. Yeah, maybe wanted to get beans off the board later. We do have a forest in hand, so we're not.
Also, the other Tron piece too. So.
Yeah. Okay, do this. Pass. Okay. Do we have any more stirrings in hand or no?
I think we're out.
Okay.
I think we're out. Okay. But we've gone 10 cards deep. We've put one of our Tron pieces that we're searching for to the bottom. I don't believe in any of those 10 cards we saw a Sylvan's Crown.
Okay. Yeah. It looks like hand there is ring, worm coil engine, forest.
You know, you might be right on that, Chris. Chris is mentioning how it might have been better to grab a map on the last turn.
Oh, yeah.
There is a strong possibility. They need to hit, I believe Jens need to hit land, though.
Okay. Nate can hear what to do. Yep. Land, fetch, probably Omnath or ring coming here. Ring looks pretty good right now, honestly. Not mind getting some cards rolling. Yeah. Okay. Still resolve. Okay. Sacred Boundary.
So now we have our 4 colors.
Yep.
We could, if it's bean delay, I'm assuming there's 5 colors.
Yep. In fact, we have 5. There's
is that the
yep,
Sultai?
the Triome. Yep, the Sultai Triome. And
Okay.
is it Ring or Omnath? It is Omnath. We'll draw a card.
Omnams.
Okay, so Nate's setting up for a pretty big next turn. Pretty huge potential. Pretty good, especially with a bean in play. We'll see what Jansen's can set up here. It's like it's going to play a ring.
Which I like that.
Yep.
I like that. Just
nothing wrong with this.
And if we draw a card and we find our Tron land, it's all gravy.
Yep.
Okay, and even just forest is fine.
Yeah, we'll take land drops. I mean, you know, we would.
We're up to 6 mana though.
Yeah, we're up to 6 mana, and eventually we're going to find that Tron land. We basically get the Ancestral Recall next turn. We get to activate the ring and draw for turn. So I mean, we're getting there. We also have another ring in hand.
2 rings.
2 more rings in hand.
And the next turn, we can play the Worm Coil.
Okay, fetch land here. It's gonna be a lot of mana here for Nathan. Let's see what he can do.
I would have to assume that there's got to be a Leyline Binding for this ring.
Probably. Yeah.
I think that's one of your plays for turn. Get that off the table because you can't just have Tron drawing a lot.
Yeah, best possible is probably another bean here. To really start going hand.
Shardless, that finds the bean.
That's another bean. I like it. If I'm Nate here, I would
There's a bean.
yeah, I would maybe consider fetching before resolving the bean trigger, but I guess that depends if we want another land, if we like if we need
Yeah,
a land drop.
he might need the fetch.
Yeah,
land.
he could need more lands. So, but I think if we're looking for spells here, I would certainly fetch in response to this. Get my mana. Your life total is pretty irrelevant in this matchup. It's like it can matter, but I think more often than not, you're just going to get snowballed rather than lose to life total. Okay, he does not do that. He does
Well,
it
we're
now.
gonna get some life off this.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, his life total is going to be completely fine.
Yeah, virtually irrelevant.
Yeah. I imagine best possible here is probably like binding the ring, just cast Fury, draw 4 cards. Would be pretty absurd.
Oh, well, we would need another land to trigger that because we're just gaining life. This is our first land drop.
Is this his first land?
This is the first land drop.
Didn't he play? He played Omnath last turn, and then this turn he played the fetch, but hasn't fetched yet. I believe.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
If that's the case, then yeah.
Yep.
I might have.
Yep. It's been a long turn. Yeah. So this signals that he probably has Fury. Okay. Still can have Fury. We get a red mana. It doesn't really matter what land he gets here. Binding is 1 mana. We can use the Temple Garden to cast it, or the white floating. Doesn't really matter. And then we have 2 reds, so we can hard cast Fury. I think that would be an ideal turn. Probably some other good sequences too, I'm sure, but that would be a really, really powerful turn. Lesh Norn, I suppose, wouldn't be bad either. We could have Lesh Norn and then Leyline Binding.
And one thing,
eat 2 of your things.
It's worthy to mention is that Nate does know about the O Stone.
Yeah.
So the O Stone is face up. So Nate needs to get as much value as he can out of the cards in play already.
Exactly.
Before the O Stone pops.
Okay, so we're
casting. Oh, okay. Lorien revealed.
Good.
Draw
Lord.
5.
Draw 5. Okay,
yep.
Leaving that floating. Sure. 5 cards incoming. Okay. The value train.
No, it's not bad. It's not bad.
That's not bad.
1 mana per card. That's not bad.
5 mana draw 5 is a card I would happily put in many decks that I have played in my life.
Not bad. Not bad.
That is very much a good rate.
This Lorien revealed though, it has to be a good one because actually I think in the way this game's playing out, I think Jansen is ahead.
Yeah, the O Stone. Yeah, I mean it really just depends. You know, can Jansen's find that 3rd Tron land? I mean that's what this is going to come down to. But it's a ticking time bomb for Nate here because Jansen's gets to see so many cards, and there are so many things that can find it. More Stirring. There it is, Sylvan Scrying. So we hit it. I imagine we scrying first here, get it, and then activate the ring afterwards. Okay, maybe we don't want to use that 2 mana on the scrying, I guess. I think I would scry first, but I'm not Tron guy, so.
I think I would have used the scrying first myself.
That's what I would have
done. But as it stands, what this turn is going to be is just going to be go find Tron, crack O Stone.
Yep, and we do have 8 mana, so yeah, we have exactly enough to do that. Yeah, very bad spot for Nate here.
And how do you think this goes in the sideboard games? How do you think? I don't think it gets much better. I really don't.
We have the deck list now, so let's go ahead.
This is for our backup match.
Oh, that's for the backup one.
Yep.
Okay.
Which we got a spicy one.
Spicy one?
Spicy one.
Oh, good. Yes.
We have Mengu list versus Burn.
Yes.
A favorite of yours right now.
The Mengu list. Yes, that is very much my favorite deck in Modern at the moment.
I don't know, but did you see that affinity list?
That is not my favorite deck.
Oh,
I've watched a few people make some pretty poor plays into that deck too. My favorite, I wished I was commentating. My favorite was watching the scam player pitch Terminate as opposed to Thoughtseize against the very obvious creature deck where you would certainly want Terminate in your hand as opposed to the Thoughtseize when they grief scam.
All I'm gonna say, scoreboard.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fine. That's fine. But I just want to point out, But yes, I mean, it's a cool deck. It's certainly more exciting.
Cool to see it doing well.
It's more exciting than scam 4-color being
it's cool. It's cool to see it doing well. And I was telling Noah while that match was going on, I think actually Affinity might be well positioned in these decks right now.
Yeah, it could be. I'm
not sure.
I'm a little suspect of its scam matchup. But
you're also a hater. It's okay.
Scam's broken, man. I don't know. Like I haven't played Modern for months until the last 2 weeks, and I just picked up Scam and went 12-2 in paper events. I don't know. The deck's just ridiculous.
It's correct.
But
okay, so we got a KGC.
okay.
We could. I kind of like wishing for a Haywire Mite and just taking out the beans.
Yeah, I could buy that. Just don't let Nate gain any
value.
ground.
No
Yeah,
value.
don't let Nate gain anything, and that would mean 3 beans are disposed of.
Oh no!
What's going on here?
He's grabbing the Sundering Titan.
Oh, that's pretty good.
That works too.
Yeah, that'll probably lock.
Now, if we
this
have
up.
if we draw into another tower, we can cast this.
Mm-hmm.
Or if we just have the tower, we do not.
Okay, but we do get to activate the ring. Maybe we should have activated the ring before tutoring with Karn, but whatever.
There's some sequencing issues.
Who cares?
But really, I mean, this.
Yeah, Ren is in such good position that I don't think it matters at all. But we'll see.
1,
Experience.
2, 3. Okay. Well.
Yeah, oh, shucks. I guess we'll just have to settle with play another ring. Yep, which I believe is where we're going. Yep.
Game protection.
Yep, I have protection. I'll stop losing life, please. Let's put some 1-mana spells on the stack.
Yeah, their life pressure was in a lot of
yeah. We're in a lot of danger.
Yeah,
at
a lot
15
of danger
against 4 colors, certainly. But all right, yeah, relic, sure. This is rough. But
play a sphere.
I'm gonna assume to answer the question that you mentioned earlier, I do think it'll get a lot better for Nate post board because I believe Nate has 3 copies of Obsidian Charmaw, and that's a big one.
Very good, very
big one in this matchup, and probably more copies of Beseju would be my guess. Typically,
have to imagine.
Typically, these lists board into more copies of Beseju, be it 1, 2, or 3 more.
One thing though that is an issue for these cascading bean decks, they don't play Ren at 6.
You're right.
It's huge.
You're right.
It's
I forgot about that. Which is honestly kind of interesting to me. I think they could if they wanted to, because in my opinion, spinning into Ren is still okay.
You could sideboard the Rens in.
Yeah, for these kind of matchups.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah.
Because in this match, I don't think Bean is that relevant. But
no.
Ren in 6.
Yeah, Ren's way better here. Yeah, you could actually
Yeah.
swap. You could cut your Beans and bring in your Rens, so you could cascade into Rens to set up Beseju loops. That's actually pretty cool.
So 5 mana.
Yep.
Bring
to light. Okay.
This triggers the beans, right?
It should have. And it's actually important that he doesn't miss this because sometimes
he's calling a judge. Yeah.
Because it's actually sometimes detrimental.
Oh, their players just self-correct.
They're good.
Fine.
And that's good. And it's important that he gets the trigger because there are multiple times where it is actually bad that you draw the card in these spots because if you draw what you're going to tutor for, it can lose you the game. I've seen that happen to Dingo on stream. Young Dingo's played a lot of these 4-color bring to light decks. I've seen a few times where he just draws Time Warp and he was going to get Time
interesting. Warp. I forgot that happens where when you cast the Bring to Light, you draw a card and then the next card triggers and you draw another card. That's pretty crazy.
It is sweet, yeah.
Kind of Ren here getting a little bit punished for showing the Sundering Titan.
Yeah. True. So now the good news for Ren is there's another O Stone in hand, so we're just gonna draw off the ring and then O Stone the board away, and then Nate is left with, I believe, nothing. Actually nothing. I don't think Nate has a hand. So this is kind of nuts.
They did just draw 2 cards.
They did. Yeah, that's true. I'm not seeing the hand. Maybe he's holding it closer because he did draw 5 off of Lorien revealed. It's so hard to believe he would have no cards, but yeah, I don't know. Either way, Ren in fine shape. This is all going to be okay here. Taking it up to 2, drawing 2 more cards. Yip-de-dee. Puts up. There's another Tron land.
Okay,
yep, more mana.
Now we're going to be up to 3, 6, 10, 12 mana.
12 mana. Yep, pretty good. Pretty good. Imagine we O-Stone, pop O-Stone, play another ring.
With 12 mana, you can crack the O-Stone and cast the Wormcoil in your hand.
Oh, that's pretty good, yeah.
Oh, we have 2 O-Stones in hand.
Ah, nice. Yeah, to be honest, I mean, this is like, it almost feels a little bit like garbage time to me. I don't feel like Nate really has many outs. It's almost a spot where if you're the 4-color player, you almost want to just consider conceding just to have time to finish the other matches. But
okay, it looks like we're actually not going to go to the other match after this.
That sounds good.
The deck check's done.
great.
And I miscounted. We cannot just cast the Worm Coil in.
Okay, yeah.
Shame.
And Nate has conceded. So Nate had a similar opinion to myself. This game is not winnable. I'm playing one of the slowest decks in Modern. The clock is valuable. I need to win 2 games of Magic. Let's just concede this game that I'm never going to win.
The deck is a lot faster now.
It is,
games, but it still has a lot of garbage time.
There's no reason to spend time in a game that you are like sub 1% to win. Sundering Titan game 1 is just
especially after your opponent shows you the Titan.
Yeah, it's just almost impossible to beat it. So it's just such a disaster.
Yeah, just move on.
Yep.
Move on, get more Magic.
Yep. And so Nate deciding what he wants to board out. Looks like Solitudes coming out. That seems fine. You have bindings to deal with various issues. So I think I like Solitudes all going. Okay. It looks like 4 Solitudes going to get boarded out. Makes sense to me.
Ren is siding in Trinisphere in Torpor Orb. That's interesting. I am of the opinion when you're playing KGC to not side in these cards, these powerful, impactful cards.
Yeah.
Because you're playing 4 KGCs. So you basically have 4 copies of that card in your deck.
Torpor Orb is also a really weird one because it shuts off Sundering Titan, which is
your lights out card.
Sometimes it's like going to be really detrimental to have that card in play. Yeah, I don't love it, but we'll see what happens. I get the theory behind it, but I think overall, definitely not what I would do when one of the key cards in the matchup for you is an ETB.
Yeah, because and it's a lights out card when it resolves. Like the game is fundamentally over.
And the Trinisphere is like, again, I get the theory behind it, but it is going to be more detrimental for Ren than it will be for Nate. Because yes, it's going to stop the like cascading into beans, but it also makes like all your rocks 3 mana. Like that's pretty bad.
That's huge.
That's pretty horrible, yeah.
That's something I would like if I was playing had that in my sideboard, I would bring that in for Tron. Because if I can slow them down enough and then slam that.
Oh, yeah.
The lights, the doors are almost closed.
It slows them down a lot.
Yeah. We're siding in a lot of cards, it looks like.
Okay, yeah.
Well,
this is good for Nate. Nate needs this.
It
this
looks like
not
we
a good
sided
matchup.
in 3 copies of Haywire Might, the Torpor Orb, and the Damping Sphere.
Sphere? Wow. Okay.
Well, I can understand the Haywire Mites and the logic behind it.
Yeah, I think Mite's fine. I think Mite is actually good.
But I would be of the opinion you have 3 in your sideboard, you bring 2 in.
Sure. Yeah, I think that's fine.
That way you have 7 copies in your deck because you count the 4 KGCs that they can grab them.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah.
But I mean,
I like the Mites. I would bring in the Mites as well. Blowing up the ring could matter. Blowing up Bean could matter. All these things. I don't know if Nate plays the ring.
I would have to assume if you're playing Bring to Light, you can hit the ring.
Oh, that's hot.
Cast it.
Yeah. Probably 1 copy at least. Yeah. But
okay. And I mean, the ring is just nuts.
It is.
It snowballs so hard.
It does. All right. Well, Ren up a game. Nate back against the wall. Tough matchup. Let's see what he can put together here. Really going to need a Charmaw Beseiju kind of draw. Let's see if he can find that. I believe he is on 3 Charmaw. That's very common for these lists, maybe even 4. Who knows?
The card is just insane.
It's great.
This matchup.
So good. So good. Triggers off Bean. It's just like perfect. It's exactly what this deck wants.
I see
Fury, a Fire Ice, and a Subtlety.
No, that's not a Subtlety.
Is that not a Subtlety?
That's a Commandeer.
Oh, okay. Now that's hot. That's a keep for sure. Commandeer is pretty nice.
Awkwardly,
we don't have that second blue card yet.
You can't cast your blue cards because you don't have them.
True. We have a Fire Ice.
And you gotta hold up. You have to hold up Commandeer if you have it.
Yeah. Yep. Commandeering Karn is the dream.
Which Karn, though?
4 mana Karn is, I believe, the dream. It shuts off your opponent's rings. If Nate was really crazy, sometimes people, like if he does have a ring in his list, especially if he has 2, he could have boarded 1 out to put it in the sideboard so that if he commandeered his opponent's Karn, he could tutor the ring.
I believe Ren has a Karn Liberated in hand.
Oh, that's
might be
a good
better.
One. That is also the dream, yeah.
I believe I saw Liberated.
I will take your Karn Liberated. I will eat your Tron land. Thank you.
I don't like this.
I don't know what our hand looks like, but I agree. I'm not a huge fan of this either.
I like holding up my I would like to hold my blue cards for Commandeer.
Yeah.
I
Good news.
get the reason why you shut down the map for a turn.
Yeah.
So you can really put your Tron opponent off tempo. But you are not. We're not really in a position to be trying to take them off tempo.
All right.
Oh, binding. That's
okay, this is good. That's good. That's a good turn for us.
You have both.
Yep, perfect. Okay. Yeah, I mean.
Oh,
and
yikes!
that is why boarding it in as some real. That is awful. Not only was it a bad draw, because it was a horrible draw. It's also just like bad to play that.
Also,
like,
Ren's
actively.
now in a very awkward position because they have to use Sylvan Scrying to find one of the missing Tron pieces,
which they did not. They got a forest apparently.
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I would think you'd want to get one of the missing Tron pieces, but then you're like,
you don't know which
don't know
one's
which
the right.
one.
Yeah. Always a tough spot with Tron when you're looking for two. Yeah, you just kind of have to.
Huh.
Yeah, I don't understand the basic here at all. To be honest, I'm very confused.
Very strange.
Worried about Blood Moon out of 5 colors. Like, that's the only thing I can think of is Ren just doesn't know that.
But now that
that
Trinisphere is
heinous. It's heinous.
Not for Nate.
No, it's disgusting. It was an awful draw, like actively just putrid. I don't know what else to say, but it's just so bad. It's unbelievable how bad it is.
Okay, get her fetch.
And it's one of those things where Nate might just owe Ren a Christmas card if this Trinisphere does indeed come back to bite Ren. I'm curious what came out for it. Yep, so we got a pop.
Ren's breaking even.
Yeah, and Ren,
okay.
That's such a good draw because now we get a ring. However, I don't know what Nate's draws have been. There is a Commandeer, but I don't know that we can beat this ring. Here it comes. Okay. Oh my goodness, what is going on? What in the world? We played a Trinisphere. So not only was it one of the worst possible draws, it also convinced Ren to just make another just heinous decision and cast it instead of just playing the ring, which I believe Nate at the moment had no answer to.
If Nate rips a charm off the top, this game is so far out of reach.
It's going to be bad news bears for Ren here.
The ring most certainly should have been played.
Yeah, that was this is all coming up Nate right now, and we Nate needs it. I mean, this is what you need in bad matchups. You need some help sometimes, and Nate is certainly getting some help right now.
That is a Charma! It's Charma!
Baby. Wow. So Nate gets to
bang.
Yeah, okay. And I think it's actually only 3 mana to cast it, but who cares? Whatever.
I believe it's only 3.
Yeah, and
I think they're seeing that.
I think we're correcting this. Yep. Okay, great. I believe it costs 1 less for each colorless land or land that can bruise colorless. Yep. Yeah. All right, cool. Well,
and
what a beautiful draw.
What's really getting very exciting is Nate is
2 lands away,
buying enough time
to hardcast
Commandeer.
Oh yeah. Ren peels another.
Well, now we can correct. We can.
We can. And the ring is undoubtedly good here still, but
5 mana.
Yeah. Okay. Hardcast. Yep.
Okay.
Do we have a land? We do. Go. Yep. Okay. Ren draws. Takes a damage. Yep. Okay. Draw. Activate the ring again. The crazy thing is here, despite everything that's happening, Nate is still in a bad spot. Like, this is so stupid.
Oh, yeah.
So stupid. Really speaks to how tough the matchup can be.
I believe Commandeer is 6 mana?
I think it's 7, and we have 2 in hand. I believe we have a second Commandeer and the 7th land in hand here. Okay, there's an O-Stone. That is pretty rough.
Well, we can attack for 10.
We can. There is a Dismember.
Oh, can't cast Dismember.
Oh, you're right. The Trinisphere.
Mm-hmm. And now Ren's on Ring Clock. We're like, the ring's actually doing damage.
The Trinisphere might lose Ren the game. Wow. We do get to O-stone it off the board, so I guess, well, we have to have a land, I guess.
We've hit land.
We do. Okay, yeah. And what's really cool is if Ren does indeed play another ring, Nate can just commandeer the ring so Ren cannot get the ring off the board.
Oh my goodness.
Is there no land?
There's no land.
Oh, wow. So we got to draw 3. We got to draw 3. We can draw 3. What? Oh my God.
Oh,
Nate
no
has...
shot.
Oh.
Commandeer.
Wow. All right. We're going to go to a game 3.
Yeah,
That was...
Wow. I don't understand why we didn't draw 3.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
That the Trinisphere snapped out of the deck. Oh man. Wow. That was, yeah.
It's almost like Ren can hear us. It's almost like Ren can hear us. Get it out of there.
Wow. That was, yeah. Trinisphere was, yeah, brutal. But I think they took it out.
They learned. Hopefully they learned. Maybe not. We'll see.
I still think I would say Ren's probably going to win this game, though.
It's very, very hard.
So hard
for Bean Delight to win this matchup. And again, Ren may have noticed that it was not doing quite what they wanted there.
Yeah,
so might just put it out.
I mean, I understand the idea why they brought it in, though.
Of course,
but but it's like we were talking about, where you play so many 1-drops to cycle through your deck, or like in this case, the Sylvan Scrying. Like we had Sylvan Scrying and Dismember.
The Dismember we couldn't cast.
Just none of the stuff we could cast.
Yep, pretty gross. We'll see if Ren.
That charm off the top though was just.
You called it too. That was a nice.
That was the one draw that like Nate could have that would just put him in a position where he could win that game.
That was really
absolutely buried.
That was a really nice call. Yeah, pretty brutal. Okay, well, let's see what happens.
All right, here we go. And another problem with that Nate's going to be having is he's on the draw.
Yep, tough.
Ooh,
how's Ren's hand?
Great hand from Ren.
Is that 2 Tron lands?
I believe it's 2 Tron lands, a Forest, a Scrying.
Oh, beautiful, yeah.
Relic, Karn, and Ballista.
I will say the hand does have a weakness in the fact that it doesn't Tron on 3, which means it could get Charmant. It is a little soft to Maw, which, you know, I imagine Nate might just mulligan to Maw or try to mulligan to Maw or Beseiju.
I think you have to.
You do.
I think you have. It's one of the only cards that you have that really just like puts away the game.
Can really swing it in your favor.
That's Maw? 2 Tef.
There's a red card.
I don't believe that's a Maw.
Okay.
Might be.
I think it might be. Isn't there like a weird art of? No, it's a land. It's just a land.
Oh, it's just one of those old borders.
Yeah, old border forest. All right.
Oh, that's Tron. Natty.
Oh.
That's how you know Ren's a Tron player.
Yeah, that's Tron.
I think you actually crack this relic right now. Draw a card.
Yeah, not a huge reason, I guess, not to.
Well, if you draw a card, then you can if you have an R1 drop.
Yeah, we get a rock.
Yeah, that's fine too.
That's fine too. Yeah, sure.
List on 1, sure.
Whatever. Don't hate it. Okay. Well, yeah. This is yeah. Do we have any payoff? Ren doesn't actually have payoff though, right? Is there no payoff in the hand?
Oh, okay. They have KGC.
Okay, that explains why Ren is examining the sideboard here.
Ensnare and Bridge, they're pulling to the front. No,
I will say one thing of note here. Might be a little early to be looking at the sideboard for Ren. You don't want to signal that you have the card. But it also, it could be a bluff too.
A little bit.
It's fairly irrelevant, but at the same time, a small thing.
Okay, so now we have Prismatic Ending mana. And I believe
binding.
We have them, that's what I meant, Binding.
Yeah.
And yeah, definitely we have the Binding in hand.
The problem that Nathan is facing is the Karn is just going to go get Sundering Titan again. And we have to beat this Sundering Titan. We pretty much have to top deck Charmaw, and I don't even know that this hand can cast Charmaw. I don't believe we have a way to get a second
I don't
red
think
source.
It can.
Yeah, so just a complete disaster. We'll see what Ren will get here. Yep. Tutor.
Another they have a KGC in hand as well too.
Oh,
It like it would
so
not be
gross.
yeah, I was gonna say a coding would be really good too because you can just like play the coding and then in the upkeep
Yeah.
hit the um excuse me the Jeskai Triumph.
Yeah. Yeah. Bad news. Really, really bad news.
Like you don't even need Sundering Titan. Like,
No.
and I think Ren's just gonna steal this game just from the raw power of just having a
Yeah,
second
I think
card.
what Nate likely will have to do now is Tef bounce liquid metal coating.
That doesn't stop it though.
No, it doesn't, but I think that is what we have to do.
I think we should. Shouldn't we have? I think we just missed our an attack with Ballista.
We did,
It's
but whatever.
not really that.
I
Big of a deal.
noticed it too, but
The
this game is
Tron
not.
deck just takes when it takes your life total, it's chunks. It's
Yeah,
not
like I was
individual.
saying last game, you're not going to lose to life loss from the Tron deck. You're going to lose to submission. This deck just
It's
embarrasses
just brutal.
you. It's so gross. Dude.
So this is this is and that's definitely correct because
Okay.
there's a Ballista on board.
Sure. Yeah.
So this is just Tarn.
I imagine. Yeah. Let's see here.
Mistapping a mana.
A little bit. If we're carning, yeah.
I think they pulled the. Oh, okay.
Thinking about scrying. Okay. Seems fine.
Have they played a land yet for turn?
I don't think so. I don't know, actually. No, they haven't, right? Because
I think they did. I think they played the forest for turn.
Oh, you're right.
Oh, subtlety. Right. Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I mean, that buys us a turn, hopefully.
Just put it on top, and then you can put a counter on the Ballista and attack the Teferi.
Yep, I like that, and we'll see if that's what Ren decides. Yeah, we don't want to scry. We don't want to shuffle away.
One nice thing, you add the counter to the Ballista, you attack the Teferi down to 3, and then shoot the Teferi down to 2.
Yep, so it can't bounce. Cantrip. That's really smart. It's a really good play.
And I think all that's left in Nate's hand is a land and a BTL.
Yep, that's what I'm seeing as well.
So
we really need to rip Charmaw right now.
Yeah, the cantrip is huge.
We must draw Charmaw. Yep, great play. Yep. Great play here from Ren. Okay, deciding not to shoot the Tef.
And I get it. I get it.
Too.
I get it.
All right, well, Nate, you got to cash this in, and you just got to pray for Charmaw. We should fetch Shock first as well in that deck.
Also, worthy of mention, Nate cannot target if he targets the Ballista.
Right.
Then it's the Ballista can just shoot Nate.
I think we just have to bounce the coding.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we should.
You bounce the card that costs the most.
I would like to fetch Shock here because I think the only way we win this game is drawing exactly Charmaw. We may as well thin. Oh no, we targeted Ballista. Ren debating just. Okay.
Okay.
Yep.
Nate probably just initially said Ballista. Actually, wait.
Well, we drew a Fire Ice. I don't really think that does a ton. We probably have to. Let's see. Okay.
We can tap the tower.
What we need to do is we actually need to tap. We need to fetch Shock, tap right now because we can still cast Charmaw if we fetch a red source off the Flooded Strand. Yeah,
doesn't look like that's the case.
Not what Nate's going for. That's what I would have gone for.
I understand. I understand what Nate's going here.
Yeah, I do too. I do too, but I just don't.
No, was Omnath.
Yeah,
would have been
not great.
Oh man, a KGC off the top. Who would have guessed?
Oh, shocking. Yeah.
And we still have enough mana to go KGC coding, and then just knock you down a land. Take out that Jeskai Triumph.
Yeah.
Yep. Good sequencing. Just attack first.
Yeah.
Get the obvious stuff out of the way.
Yeah. If I'm in Ren's spot here, I probably just. I don't even know if I. Crying. Okay. That's honestly, I don't hate this in the sense that I would just Karn tutor Sundering Titan here myself. I think because it's just so unbeatable. And okay, interesting. I guess that he's so Ren. They're playing around more bindings.
No. There's a leyline binding that is the Ren on it. Or the Karn.
The Karn, yeah.
Yeah. So
no, this is good.
This is
great. This plays around counter. This plays around counter. So really
very
smart.
heads up.
Yep, I like this. And then I personally, I think I would just tutor up the Sundering Titan right now to play around more bindings. Because the last thing you want to do,
coding 1 mana floating, and then you just seeing if this resolves. Okay, so we're targeting first. That's fine.
Yep. Yeah. Okay. So, yeah. Anyway, I would just tutor the Sundering Titan here to play around more bindings.
to your Sundering Titan off.
Yeah, to just in case your opponent has more bindings here, you really don't want to do the and this is kind of Ren's kind of playing around it a little bit here anyway by using the coding first, I guess.
Yeah, I see what you're talking about. Yeah, so what you're saying is go for the
Yeah, the uptick line is just dangerous. Okay, unfortunately for Nate, Nate had nothing, but this play pattern is a little dangerous in the sense that if Nate
it
would
still
have
doesn't
had
play around Charmaw.
not no it doesn't, and it also just I don't know, but
So
this will probably be fine.
yeah, I
I don't
think
think it matters
it's
either
not
way.
going to be that big of a deal. I don't think. And
No.
Nate
Nate
should may have just missequenced by not going
not
for a
getting
red source
yeah,
because I think Charmaw still is your best draw.
yeah, I agree.
But
It's rough for Nate. This game
this is
is
not
nearly
good, yeah.
unwinnable at this point. Probably going to be Ren
So
moving
we're going to
on.
5. Well, we can cast BTL now.
Okay, definitely what we're gonna do. What do we go get?
I think it's BTL. Is there 5?
Oh, we can get Charmaw. Charmaw is 5.
That would be pretty good.
I imagine that's what we just have to do, right? I don't think there's really another play pattern that makes sense.
Charmaw, yep.
Is what Nate does. Definitely like it. Okay. But now Ren gets pretty rewarded for not minusing the Karn, right? Because now we can minus for the ring or something. So if this, or we can just keep plussing and blowing up lands. So
I think Ren also is like lower on cards in hand. So Ren could just do make a really classic, just let's fetch out an ensnaring bridge.
sure.
And you can't do anything.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Yeah, so
and then we can still, with the liquid metal coating in their upkeep, shut off a land.
Yep, it's fair.
I still think Ren's position is
it's excellent.
Is excellent.
There's a card in play. We can just do all kinds of things. Oh, it's a metamorph. Okay, that's pretty cool. We can metamorph, copy Charmaw on Nate's red source. Oh, so brutal. And now we have a blocker to defend the card. Oh,
that's crazy. I didn't see that line. That's pretty cool.
That's a sick line, honestly.
So now
Nate can't cast.
Doesn't have a red source.
Oh, that's rough. That's rough. I like this play. Yeah, now we get to upkeep, do the liquid metal coating on a land as well. Yeah, perfect. This is so gross.
Yeah, very, very well.
Now we don't.
This game is very well played by Ren.
Yeah,
very well played.
I agree.
Shardless. Yep, we're gonna find beans.
Yep, it's, fine.
Not bad. Beans are good. Everyone likes these. Inevitable betrayal.
Oh my gosh! No way! We can go get Ulamog. Oh, that's how that works, right? You can just go get any creature?
I find out.
This is sick. We can maybe just kill Ren with Ulamog. Just attack twice.
Creature card. Put that card onto the battlefield. So places it on the battlefield. It does not cast it, which is worthy of mention.
That is true.
So,
which is fine. A 10/10 that has indestructible.
No, so I still think Ren is incredibly favored in this position.
Okay.
Because now we can still
go get the ring.
We still not get the ring. You get a bridge.
Oh, sure.
You lock them under the bridge.
You're right.
Start chipping away at their land. Did
Ren board out Ulamog?
It could be possible Ren board out Ulamog in this instance because they have been bringing this in.
And if Ren knew
that's pretty heads up.
If Ren knew that inevitable betrayal was coming, or it could be, does Ren have the Ulamog in hand?
No, they do not.
Okay,
they do not. But no, that's if they side out the Ulamog, that's really heads up.
That's crazy. Yeah, nuts. All right, well,
just wild. Okay,
it's crazy, easy trade, and then. Yeah, not a good spot here for Mr. Kainst. This is
I think yeah, so we exile the yard. Draw a card. Oh, we had draw a card. Okay, good. Okay. Oh, ring's good.
Yeah, ring is super good.
Yeah, I believe the Karn's at 4 loyalty.
Yep, it is. And yep, Ren's just saying, I'm gonna blow up your lands. You don't need those. You don't need lands, pal. What's going on?
He just for some reason they just put it in the yard. Okay.
Ren moving a little too quick.
Yeah,
Whatever.
all good, all
Yeah.
good. Ring, go. And now we get to the point where like you just block the worm coil with the ballista, shoot down the the shardless. Now, how many white sources do we have? We still have 2 white sources. I think the land I would have picked. I think I would have picked one of the white sources opposed to the Sultai Triome.
Sure.
I get that it has more land types, but taking off white sources, the white sources are the cards that will beat you.
Sure. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think that was a Charmal that was drawn.
Can't cast that.
Super, super brutal. And Nate just passed. He didn't attack the
We
Karn.
should have attacked Karn there. Yeah, that's huge.
Yeah, okay.
That is rough. That is Nate, I think, just being
17.
Frustrated.
Yep.
Knowing that the game is probably over, and it's kind of just one of those things. Yeah.
Do you draw 2 off the ring first before you scrying? I think you do. Or stirrings? I think you do.
I would, yeah. But okay, whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, it doesn't change.
Really
that
does
much,
not. Oh, there's the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
What it would have done?
2 towers.
What it would have done though is it would have meant our strings could have taken not tower.
Yeah.
which is why you should probably draw first, but who cares? It just doesn't matter at all. Now we get a Tutor Sundering Titan, right? This game's just over.
You target the fetch land.
Yeah. And then we okay. Whatever. I would have gotten Sundering Titan here, but Ren
It
just
really does not
Ren
matter.
just wants to just keep slowly blowing up the lands rather than do it all at once. Who cares? It's just the Ulamog isn't there. There is an Ulamog. Is there? I think I saw an Ulamog, but maybe it's that Karn. I don't know. Anyway,
it's a Karn.
Okay. Yep. Okay.
A little confused why we're playing a second Karn, but maybe we're just wishing for bridge.
Yeah, who cares? I mean, this is just classic.
This game is far and away over. Oh my goodness!
Oh, it got exiled by Relic.
Nice play. That's a good one.
So brutal, dude. All right, well,
that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
Phyrexian Metamorph, man.
Oh god. Yeah, this is rough. Good day for Nate, but unfortunately, I think it may.
Oh, it's just a copy of the ring.
Yeah,
yeah, sure.
Still good. Who cares? Yeah, whatever.
It still triggers protection.
It does, yeah, and we still get to use it and draw cards, so it works just fine. And at some point, Ren can just go get a Sundering Titan and blow up all of Nate's lands. So, yeah.
Yeah, we still can. Yeah, still.
The question for Nate now is not, am I going to win this match? Because the answer to that is no. But are my breakers good enough that I can maybe squeak in at X2? And it is possible that Anna X2 might be able to get in. We'll just kind of have to wait. But that's what Nate is really going to have to hope for. Honestly, like best possible for Nate is that there's some situation where Ren doesn't draw and then picks up a win next round, knocking someone else out and then upping the breakers for Nate. But yeah, I don't. Yeah, the hand is just a disaster, just all uncastables. Now, we could Sundering Titan. Ren can also just keep liquid metal coating. It just, all roads lead to Rome, as they say.
It doesn't really matter too much. Yeah, Ren can spin their wheels as much as they want.
Yep. I've been here. I played 4-color for exactly 1 RCQ this season. I went to time in 1 round against Yogg, and then I picked up a loss against Storm, and then I also, in the final, the winning in, I got paired into Eldrazi and met a pretty similar fate to what Nate is doing right now.
Yeah.
It does not feel good.
I was there for that.
This is exactly what Tron wants to prey on, is the 4-color players, especially the 4-color players that didn't register Counterspell, which is why I believe some of the 4-color lists a few weeks ago were playing Counterspell was to have better big mana matchups. And a lot of them have moved away from that now because they've tried to get better against Scam. Obviously, you can't play Counterspell in these Cascade decks because you can't Cascade into Counterspell, but that's something you really give up. Yeah, Nate, just, yeah, okay. Sure. Block.
Yep.
Sure, great.
Ren's getting a little excited.
Yeah, Ren sees it. The top 8, it's coming.
Yeah.
Top 8 inbound.
Pretty cool.
Excited. Pretty cool for Ren. Ren is another local.
The ring. Okay.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? All these plays are just so relevant. We can tutor again with Karn if we want to.
Yeah, you just tutor back the Metamorph.
It's just ridiculous. This is just embarrassing.
Oh, another ring.
Yeah. And what we what we can do is we can actually metamorph the liquid metal coating and then start coating you on your upkeep and coating you on my turn. So we can blow up a land every turn and coating. It's just this is just ridiculous at this point. This game's just so wildly over. It's absurd.
Magic.
Woo! This is it's like
No,
we're in garbage time. This is garbage time.
I kind of like that. Just make it our liquid metal coating.
Just click actions at random.
That's
So over. The only thing you have to be careful about if you're Ren right now is not going to time. You just need to make sure you actually win the game, which should be very easy to do. Nothing, just completely nothing
3
matters.
mana.
Yep. If you're Ren, just make choices.
Take your time. Take your time. Just
just don't take too much time. That's the only way you can lose. You can
lose. You can tell they're just getting excited and
antsy.
Yeah, just take your time. Ooh, steam vents. Okay,
great.
Woo!
Another land we can blow up.
You don't think that Ren's gonna let Nate have that one?
No,
that's so mean.
No, Ren is just
seeing red. Take your lands.
Yeah. So 2 Tronless now gonna probably be in top 8. Pretty cool. Kind of cool. I mean, honestly, Tron is kind of the good guy in Modern right now. Like,
Nate's
little hesitant to say that, but like, I think 4-color and Scam are definitely like the boogeymen of the format. Those are like the 2 kind of top dogs.
Oh yeah, no, they did side out the Ulamogs. That's super heads up.
It's funny. I would not typically think to do that, but if you know, if Ren knew that they were getting Commandeer,
that was
genius.
That was so good. That was so
Commandeer
good.
is embarrassing if it's grabbing Wormcoil.
Or no, it can't. No, it's Commandeer can't do it. Inevitable Betrayal.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. That's what I meant.
Yeah. No, but no, good for Ren. That was
nice.
A misstep in game 2, but they really
they
self-corrected and then just woo, Tron.
So probably 2 Trons then going to be locked for top 8. We've got a Dredge player actually. Well, it's not. It's Dredgevine. It was 3-1.
It's the Crabvine thing.
Yeah, Crabvine was 3-1 going into this round, so that was in contention. Obviously, we have that Affinity deck that's going to top 8. So definitely a little more interesting.
Yeah, that Affinity.
A little more interesting than the top 8 we saw at our RCQ last week that we went to, which was 5 Scam decks in top 8, which was heinous. That is very not fun or interesting. Yeah. So hopefully we can get a little less Scam into the top 8. I'm sure we'll see at least 1, maybe 2, but 5 is ridiculous.
Might have 2 Tron decks,
2 Tron Affinity,
Burn and Affinity are guaranteed.
So that's 4,
and Ren should be able to ID.
I would imagine.
Should be able to.
It would be a very strange scenario where Ren would not be able to ID. Very strange.
We didn't. Maybe we can get confirmation of who won the backup match.
Yeah.
But it's either going to be Mengu, Murktide, or Burn. So we might have 2 Burns.
Okay, which is honestly not surprising. This field is quite good for Burn. Burn, in theory, is supposed to be favored into Scam and 4-color, and it's always been good in Tron. So if the room is just Tron, Scam, 4-color, pretty good room for Burn.
Yeah.
But the problem with Burn, as always, and really has always been the problem with Burn, is sometimes Burn just loses to itself, which is always the gamble of playing Burn. But I think in theory it's really quite good. I played it at the Apex event that we went to a few months ago. And they actually have another event this weekend, which is pretty cool. But anyway,
Apex Gaming special invitee.
Yeah,
Steven Dyke.
And I lost my car all weekend long, so that was.
I
nice.
I don't remember seeing you in top 8 when I was there.
No, you, Kyle, and Dan all left me out of that, unfortunately.
Yeah, I could have sworn that we saw you, but didn't see you at the end of the day.
Yeah, I still top 16. Only losses in that event were to my car, so a little unfortunate, but it is what it is.
Well, we're gonna take a break before round 6, and
nice. There's my little card right there.
And your little card.
Yeah, the hair back when it was super long.
Oh, God. Homeless Jesus.
Yeah, that's what you guys called me for sure.
But we'll be taking a break, and we'll be back in. I'm assuming the round's almost nearly over. That match actually took quite a bit of time. So I would assume it'd be like 10 more minutes until we have the final round. And really, the last round is just going to be
A couple
for
win
top
and ins.
16.
Yeah, I'm
We
sure
might-
we'll have a couple win and ins.
I think there might be one.
Yeah.
One.
Yeah, we'll be able to get something on camera that might be a win and in.
Yeah.
Maybe an X2 can squeak in, and that's
So we will catch you guys in about 10 minutes. And thank you so much for watching.